Hi everyone, in today's video I will be showing you 4 different ways that you could apply your foundation. I will tell you guys what I like and what I dislike about each technique. I will also let you guys know which technique is my favorite. But everybody is different, so you may definitely find that a certain technique will work better for you than it does me. That's why I'm making this video, to give you options so you can figure out what you like best. So if you want to find 4 different techniques that you could use to apply your foundation, just keep watching. So I'm gonna do what I should always do, but don't. I'm going to apply a headband. This is my St. Patty's Day headband to keep the hair pushed out of my face. Step 1, always use primer. This is a sample size, but I need to get through it. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. It is oil-free, so it's supposed to be good for if you have oily skin. You want to make sure that you lightly rub, or really the best technique that you can do is tap it into your skin. And today I am going to be using my Shiseido Lasting Liquid Foundation, and I'm in the shade Neutral 2. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do half and half. I'm gonna do half my face with one technique, I'm gonna do the half with another technique. Then we will erase, I will reapply some primer, and then we'll go into the last 2 techniques after that. So the first technique I am going to use is a beauty blender. Yes, this is very dirty. I have to wash it tonight. But there's a couple of different things that you can do. You could put the foundation on the back of your hand and then dip and apply it in dabbing motions along your face. Or you could take the foundation and you could put it on your face like so. And then blend that way. Naturally, the skin under your scalp is going to have definitely a lot less of a tan to it. It gets less sun than the rest of your face or your neck. So I try to push my foundation into my hairline. The Beauty Blender is my favorite technique personally. I just think it blends better. The downside to using a beauty blender is that you can go through them quickly. So it does tend to get dirty, you have to wash it a lot. I normally buy a new beauty blender every 2 to 3 months. The beauty blenders, this brand specifically, runs about $20. There are comparable ones that are a lot cheaper, but that is the downside to this, is that you will find it'll get a little bit costly. You go through them a lot quicker than you would with some of the other techniques that I'm going to show you. The other downside that some people don't like using a beauty blender is it does absorb some of the product. So not all of the product is getting on your face. You do lose some of it in the beauty blender. So the next technique that I'm gonna use on the other half of my face, I'm going to go in with my fingers. And I'm just going to blend like so. And you can dab with your fingers also. So when you're using your fingers, I definitely find that you're not gonna get the same amount of coverage that you would with a beauty blender. I definitely feel like it's a lot more streaky in certain areas. And you can even see in my cheeks where it doesn't completely cover up the redness. You kind of just push it around, but it still does apply it. You're probably not wasting as much product as you would with the Beauty Blender either, but the blending ability that you have with your hands is nothing compared to what you would have with a Beauty Blender. One plus side about using your hands is that it is cheap. You don't have to repurchase your hands. You can just wash your hands off and use it the next day. So that is the plus side to that. So I have wiped off the foundation from my face with a makeup wipe, and I went back in and put more primer on my face for these last two techniques. These last two techniques both involve brushes, but they are different kinds of brushes and different kind of motions that I am going to be making with both of them. I am going to be honest, again, I prefer the Beauty Blender over brushes. The first brush that we are going to use is from the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself collection, and this is in fact a liquid foundation brush. I normally use this for my concealer, but for today's video, I'm going to use it for what it was intended. The best thing that I find to do when you're applying with a brush is to put it on your face first. I'm just going to streak a little bit onto the side of my face, put a little bit along my nose area. You're gonna take the brush, and what you wanna do is you want to brush downwards. Everybody, whether you admit it or not, has a little bit of peach fuzz on your face. So what you wanna do is you want to go with the direction that that peach fuzz is going. If you brush upwards, then all of that's gonna stick up, it's gonna look bad, it's gonna make your face look more textured. So you just want to stroke down like such. Most people's peach fuzz on their face does in fact go down. Okay guys, so that is what this side looks like. I do have to say that I do like this brush for like getting in the creases of the nose, but I definitely find that it does tend to stay a little streaky whenever you use a brush. The last brush I'm going to use is also a Tarte brush. This is the Tarte Bamboo brush. That's what it looks like. I'm not sure the name, but you'll see we'll be using a different technique while using this brush. So I'm gonna put some foundation on the back of my hand, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly dip into it, and we're gonna start towards the center and make circles outward. It is definitely harder with this brush to get in the nose, I think, at least. And again, even though this is my preferred brush to use, I still see that it gets a little bit streaky, but again, just keep making those little circular motions outwards to kind of help buff and blend that all in together and make it less streaky. Okay guys, so there you have that side compared to that side. So we have this side with this brush and this side with this brush. Okay everybody, so I've given you 4 different techniques on how you could apply your foundation. So let's review. First technique is a Beauty Blender. My preferred favorite, blends everything beautifully. The downside is it is the most costly technique that I have shared with you guys today. You do have to repurchase, it does get dirty, you do have to clean it fairly often. But for best results, at least for me, I find that this works the best. Second technique, using your hand. Definitely my least favorite technique, but it is the most affordable technique that is out there, and you can still do it. It doesn't absorb product, it does put it onto the face, you just might not get that flawless result that you would with a brush or a beauty blender. Third technique, a liquid foundation brush. Brushes are not my preferred way, but I do think that this brush applies everything nicely. Downside is, I mean, you do have to clean it fairly frequently. You don't want foundation and makeup products to just sit on here. You're asking for your face to break out. You're asking for your products to not go on as nicely as they normally would if you had a clean brush. Lastly, we have this bad boy. This is my favorite brush to use when I am using a brush, but I tend to use this brush with thicker, moussier foundations. So that is what I prefer to use this for. The nice thing about brushes also is you only have to purchase them once. For the most part. I mean, if it's going on a couple of years, you definitely might want to think about repurchasing, even if you've cleaned it 1,000,002 times. But it's better than the Beauty Blender where you would have to buy it like every few months or so. Please don't let my opinion sway you though. Try each of these techniques for yourself and see what works best for you. That was the purpose of this video, was to give you guys options of how you could apply your foundation. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you, like me, you would like to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button down below and subscribe to my channel. I do hope that you found this video useful and helpful. Please don't let my opinion sway you. Try these for yourself. Everybody's different. One thing is going to work better than the other. Some things work better for certain skin types. It really does just depend. If you guys would like to see more how-to videos from me, please just let me know in the comments below or just leave a little bit of love. I really appreciate everybody for watching. You can also follow me on my social media channels. I have Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, and that information will be posted below. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you all have a wonderful day.